system, you're making a change. So anytime you can grow a green bean instead of buying a green bean in, October, when there shouldn't be green beans to be able to be bought, that's a pretty big change. And also just encouraging the urban gardening movement.
Hopefully will give students some more inspiration as to what can happen on campus and really realize that this is not just about academics or hanging out in Denver, but we have to give back to this community and be more involved and active. And I think that's a missing component in academia is service learning. Not so service learning, but just giving back and being involved and doing something. I mean, not everyone gets to go to college, so use your education for the good.
You lose your mind. You tell me that your loving's true on each and every day. You tell me that you've got the type of love.
Well, then you talk about Ben being sort of this visionary force, and I know he and I would joke. It's like, well, he would say, it's like, this is just the practice garden, Gail. We just have to prove that this, that this will work, and then we'll just till under a lot of this, turf and be able to supply, have the campus be much more sustainable on its own for food, and we can grow, have a farm that grows food for the dorms, or that kind of thing.
Well, I hope it really catches on at the University of Denver, and hand in hand with that, once it catches on, I really want to see more sort of urban gardening things popping up, because we do need more space. If 10 more students want to join in, that's great. We don't necessarily have space for that, but we can get more if there's enough interest.
One of the things I really hope is that we can actually do much more deliberate partnering of students with community members this year.
I passed it off to a couple of work study positions, new sophomore students who are really into it and like the idea of it, and I really want them to take hold of the project and do what they want, what they see as fit for the community, for the garden. And sort of let it organically grow from here, not be controlled by any long-term mandates of any sort, but certainly not disappear off this campus.
So if you want to get with me, girl, this is what...
It got off the ground. We got it up and running from a plot that had, half of a house on it and contaminated soil, and was partially owned by the university, and basically a student decided I want to turn this into a community garden. That's really encouraging.
People who see the earth or the natural world as scenery, and people who see it as system, and understanding that not to get too mystical on anybody, but the sense of the earth being Gaia, which is the earth organism, and the fact that the earth itself is one being in a way, with these infinite complexities and parts of itself that are terrifically affected by the choices that we make. And so I guess I love the idea that we're somehow, as this little garden, kind of putting our arms around this, this Gaia organism, and saying, we're all in this together.
Lots to do with the direction we have to move in terms of being less dependent upon, industrial agriculture. It's certainly a very small step, but I think it's a good step in the right direction for us to realize that we need to be less dependent upon other people and be able to hold our own, and that'll have less of an impact on the rest of the world, especially a negative impact.
I think that, maybe, I don't know about the world, but I think in American society, we really got sort of enamored with values that weren't what we were all about, and it's to me, it just sort of signals that there's a venue to return to more, just more sense of community, more simplified life, and more taking care of each other in the earth. So.